Hello and welcome to Sunday Night Stories. I'm Emily Wilden, and each week myself and other artists will be narrating stories from new and talented writers. For more information on how to listen, submit a story, or as an artist, please visit the Sunday Night Stories Facebook page or follow us on Twitter at Sun Night Stories. And don't forget to subscribe right here on YouTube. To Have One Kiss. Written by Karis Clarke. Narrated by Emily Wilden. Chapter 2. We pulled out the big guns for you. Audrey, Morgan, me. So you are Cat Slater? What is this shit? I am a vision of Cat Slater, yeah. It's apparently what your mind can cope with. Most people like the Morgan Freeman version of God. That usually does it, but you refuse to wake. So when that happens, we look at a familiar face or voice that the past can deal with, or relate to put them in familiar setting to bring them round. You seem convinced you're in a coma, so we ended up feeding your version of events, I'm afraid. Carrie stared at her blankly. So, fake cat, you're telling me I am dead, and this is, what? Heaven? And you are God? No. Thank. Carrie paused, looked around her and muttered, Christ for that. You are dead, though. What? And this is hell? I shouldn't go to hell. I mean, I have been a bit bad, but not... No, it's not hell either. Fake cat is interrupted as Alfie Moon walks in a doctor's coat. Carrie throws her head back and laughs. This is a giant wind-up, isn't it? Alfie has that half-worried, half-sad look on his face. The one when he knows he's done something wrong and he doesn't want to tell Cat look. And Cat has that tortured, I am your mother look on her face. Look, love, says Alfie. There's no easy way to tell you this, but you died in that car accident. But it wasn't your time. You should have let Bonnie die. Bonnie was supposed to get hit by the car. You were supposed to go on to uni and meet a boy and fall in love. Save him, marry him, have children, and live till you're 80. But we, well, not exactly us, but one like us, messed up on collection. And let you save her. Now the whole cycle of events has gone out kilter downstairs. And it needs putting right. Also, you have nowhere to go as such. What? You don't belong nowhere, snapped Cat. You don't get your ticket into heaven till you're 83. You're 18. He won't let you in. Won't let me in? Morgan, the boss. But you lot messed up. This is not my fault. You just told me. Someone like you took the wrong one. He's God. If he can't fix it, then who can? I mean, come on. Give me a break and just send me back. I live. Woo, everyone's happy. I come out of my coma. You were never in a coma, Carrie. Cat sits on the edge of the bed. You died on impact. Your face shattered the windscreen at 40 miles per hour. The bonnet crushed nearly every internal organ. Maudie didn't talk for 3 weeks after seeing your mangled body. Enough, shouted Carrie. Her body started to shake and ache at the thought. Her hands went to her face. Enough. I don't want to hear it. Just let me into heaven then. Simple. Bonnie must have been going, so I'll just take her place. It doesn't work like that, sweetheart, said Alfie. Your space is to be taken up by you when your time comes. There is choices you have, but time is ticking. It's already been 3 months since you passed. It's heading for Christmas in the real world, and things are going badly wrong without you downstairs. So? Cat and Alfie look at each other. Cat speaks first. You can go back. Alfie jumps in before Carrie has the chance to speak. But you won't be as such. You will look like you, think like you, but you can't be you. You can't contact anyone from your past life, ever. And you have to complete a job. Once that job is done, you'll come back and you'll be in waiting. Job? In waiting? You're not making sense. In waiting is your other option. I think there is another word for it. Is it purgatory? Basically, you'll just wait. Wait? For what? Till I am 80? 83 to be exact, winced Alfie. But it doesn't have to be that way. If you take the job, it could lead to another, and before you know it, you're 83, and boom, you're in the pearly gates. So, what is the job? Well, this happens more than you think. So we have workers, waiters working downstairs who help out. Shut up. What? Said Alfie, all wide-eyed. You have angels walking the earth doing good deeds, like Highway to Heaven. Well, not a good TV programme as an example, but yeah, on the right lines, sighed Kat. What's wrong with that? The look of horror on Carrie's face was obvious. That is ridiculous. I have never heard such crap in my life. I am in a coma. That is the only thing that makes sense. Look, sweetheart. And for God's sake, Alfie Moon, stop calling me sweetheart and love. Look, Carrie, you are dead. You have a choice. You can go downstairs and set the people in your world back on track without them knowing who you are. Or you can sit in a waiting room and hope you get company you like. Choice is yours. But to be honest, doll, you have taken up a lot of time already, and the boss is getting twitchy. So, you better make it quick. And to help you decide, we can show you one thing that'll help you believe you are dead. Carrie felt ice cold. That felt real. It all of a sudden felt very, very real. She wasn't sure she wanted to see something that proved she was dead. My funeral, she whispered. Kat smiled. It's always the funeral. She clicked her fingers, and projected on the wall was the image of St. Mary's Church. It was full of flowers, purple and pink flowers, and white roses. At the front was a picture of her. It was a black and white picture, a copy of a photo booth pic her and Bea had done on a day trip to Llandudno. The church was full of faces she knew, all her friends, neighbours, some people who just knew her. They were all red-eyed. There at the front was Bea and Maudie with their parents. Maudie looked dreadful. No makeup, and her hair was scraped into a bun. Carrie felt a slight laugh. She must be in a bad way if she didn't do her hair. Then she remembered what they said about her being traumatized, and a tear welled up. Bea looked even smaller than usual. Her arm was in a cast, and there was bruising all down the right side of her face. She looked like she'd been crying for days. Then the coffin came in, covered in purple flowers. Her parents behind. Her mother was in a wheelchair. She looked broken, as did her father. Her brother and sister were sobbing. Stop! With that, it stopped. Kat said, "We can't show you again, Carrie. That was it. One time only. I get it. I'm dead. I don't need to see them break." She brushed the tears from her eyes, ran her fingers through her hair. It felt softer, longer, bouncier. Right. What do I have to do? Alfie patted her leg. Good girl. You know it makes sense. It's pretty simple, really. You should have gone to uni after the death of Bea, and you would have met Danny. You hit it off. In the October time, Danny's best friend from when he was at home dies. Sound familiar? You help him through his tough time, he helps you through yours, and the rest is history. But as you are not there, he's gone off the rails, and is failing, on the verge of being kicked out of uni, and even on the edge of doing something stupid. We have no control over that. And those cases don't come to us, not even to be waiters, if you see what I mean. So, we need you to turn up. No questions asked. Help him through this time, and set him on the right path. Can't I just stay and he fall in love with me and we live together? I promise I'll stay away from my family and everyone. No, you can only stay with them for a short period of time. Questions get asked. You can only be seen by so many people at a time, and it gets physically draining on you to project your image to more than one person. It's just not possible to sustain for a long-term life downstairs. Okay, so what happens next? Do I get superpowers? You're dead, not an Avenger, laughed Alfie. You can ask people for things nicely, and you'll find they will give them to you. You might find you look a little different. You have a certain glow. If you need us, we'll know. Just look out for us. If you do something wrong, you'll be pulled. Got it? Good. Let's get to it then.